We all know that Hollywood are a bunch of Looney Tunes here. We all understand this. This has been discussed many, many times. There have been a couple people that have made some really stupid statements in the last, I would say, 5 or 6 years, really since the virtue signaling kicked up to overdrive. One would be Will Ferrell, as he did an entire documentary about his trans friend, right? And he did that over on Amazon Prime or Netflix or something. And also his co-star in Step Brothers came out yesterday, John C. Reilly. He was on a podcast, and he just doesn't quite understand why people don't have empathy anymore. Let's see what he had to say.
If you stand up for human rights, why is that a right or a left thing? Why aren't people on the right wing concerned about human rights? They're human too. This whole thing that kind of has come into vogue of empathy trap. It's an empathy trap. That's what Elon Musk says. Empathy is don't be fooled by the empathy trap.
Yes.
Stick to your agenda and what's best for you.
Holy.
Yes.
What human rights are we talking about here, by the way?
That's a good question. That's a good question. And I think maybe we should have a little bit more context when it comes to this. But I don't think anybody isn't. And what specific rights are they speaking about? Are they talking about people who think they're women or people who think they're men? Is this what we're talking about? Are we talking about people who want to kill their babies? What are we talking about here? Right? It's just let's hear the rest of what this guy has to say.
Your agenda and what's best for you.
Holy fuck.
Don't start feeling bad for so and so. They're on their own thing. Look out for number one. Wait a minute. Empathy is not a trap. Empathy is a superpower.
That's right.
That's what makes human beings exceptional, our ability to look outside of ourselves. We're not an alligator trying to just get the next fish. We're human beings. We can relate to something that's not us. That's a superpower. And it's also the cornerstone of civilization. The fact that we stay at the red light and don't just zoom out because we want to get through the light faster, because what will happen? Well, we might smash into someone. Well, you don't know that person. Yeah, but I still don't want to smash into them. Those are the building blocks of civilization. That's the agreement that we treat. It's very Catholic too.
Real quick, do you think that he's on board with locking up people who steal things as long as it's over the $900 limit or whatever? There's so many holes, and I'm sure that everything that he's saying sounds really, really smart to really, really dumb people.
Well, he's saying a blanket statement, which is stupid. That's like saying well, I don't understand. Everyone should have religious rights, right? As a blanket statement. I don't understand. Everyone should have to believe whatever they want. It's okay, hey, idiot, you do have to go a little deeper here because some religions, for instance, may want you dead. So it's there's context to all of these things. It's not just the right just hates empathy. There's reasons, there's context. So this is what they do. You have to remember, Craig, they're talking to idiots, just idiots. They just need to hear the little thing about how smart and brilliant they are and how empathetic they are and how the other side are just a bunch of, in his words, alligators. This is just part of what they do. There's nothing surprising about this.
I actually have a little bit of a different observation here. I think he's got a $1 billion idea on display here. Empathy is a superpower. That sounds like a blockbuster superhero film right there.
Yes, there you go.
Power of empathy. That sounds very 2026. I think he's onto something here.
Dude, we could do an entire bunch of shorts around this. This would be great. Going up and being empathetic towards people's causes and then just getting stabbed in the neck because of it. It would be one episode. I'm empathetic towards your cause. Whap! All right, let's see if there's any more profound things that he has to say here.
That's the agreement that we treat. It's very Catholic too. Do unto others. Treat your brother as you would treat yourself.
And to your point about the right wing,
it's crazy that we have to argue for these things right now.
It's insane.
That's a really upside down world feeling to me.
There we go. The world's upside down to him. But
yes, when you have retard logic, yes, it must appear upside down to you because you're retarded. Yes.
And
again, they just talk in headlines. That's what these people. They just talk in just overall grand ideas and never understand nuance, context, thinking beyond a headline. They can't do it. It's just this is one little thing. And then they sound really smart about it because they get to talk about it the way they need to talk about it. That makes sense.
I was going to say the part of empathy they hate is telling people the truth too. That's a big part of empathy, is telling people the truth, even if it's hard to hear. And that would absolutely make their entire minds explode, because if you tell people the truth, especially in Hollywood, they would think you're a bigot and all those things. They weaponize empathy, and they like to hide behind as a generalized statement to basically say, accept everything we're doing. Otherwise, you're wrong. Think you're not empathetic. Whatever. It's so exhausting. Everyone's so tired of this. I think about John C. Reilly and Will Ferrell. Like, now I look back at whimsical, fun movies like Step Brothers, and it just taints it. It's like, ugh.
And to be clear, they are specifically talking about gay people. Here's the more context on the clip.
At some point you mature and you're like, well, just because I advocate for gay people doesn't shade me as gay. It makes me it makes me like, I just realize like I owe so much to those people of that artistic bent and that kind of philosophy. Like, why wouldn't I protect those people? Or why wouldn't I stand up? If I stand up for myself, why wouldn't I stand up for you, no matter what your gender or your sexual orientation is?
How about
that's
politics
human
there,
rights.
buddy? Let's see if if that person was wearing a red hat. Let's see how much he's going to extend that same thing. Again, they're morons, they're retards, and they can't help but contradict themselves constantly.
Well, people have pointed it out many, many times over here. This person says claims empathy is a superpower, condemns any position other than his own.
Bingo.
Over here, Wade Stottsgamen says empathy is unalloyed good and cannot imagine why anyone would feel differently over here. This person, the Ebony Maw, the thought process of people like John C. Reilly goes like this: I have beliefs. My beliefs are empathetic. Empathy is the ultimate good. If your beliefs contradict mine, you must lack empathy. Therefore, you are evil. And so they weaponize the word empathy to mark their opponents as evil, despite the fact that their beliefs are almost always short-sighted, contradictory, self-serving, and even vile at times. That's why most of us think empathy is a trap.
Yeah, I mean, the problem with empathy is it's emotion-based, and then there's no logic or rules to that, and you have chaos also at the exact same time. It's rules that help save everyone. If I'm empathetic, that's my superhero, and I see someone rob a store, and I go like, well, he is poor, so I guess I should just let him go. And then where does this go? It just keeps going. It just keeps spiraling into emotions. It's what we're living in a very feminist society now, and how's that going for everybody? This is all, again, stupid and gay.
Yes, it is all stupid, and well, that's the problem, is that it's not gay enough. They're Phoenix.
Apparently, gays too. I didn't like that little thing. Apparently, they're all artistic.
Right.
You're artistic. You're gay. Damn it! I always knew, Craig. I always had a feeling.
You knew it down here, huh? You just
Deep
knew it
down.
deep down in your stomach that
Yeah.
Phoenix truly is gay, right there. I just had a simple thought when it came to John C. Reilly. I wonder how much of his millions he's donated to empathy. As a $30 million, as somebody who has a net worth. Once again, I understand that's not money in his account, right? But hey, he's got to have a sweet probably $5-6 million laying around. Like, he could donate a lot of money to empathy and empathetic causes, and bringing in all the people that he should be empathetic towards. I think that'd be a great thing.
A lot of open beds at his house for all kinds of immigrants to come in. I don't understand why he's not housing more. It's just very disappointed in John C. Reilly.
You know what I'm most disappointed when it comes to John C. Reilly? His hairline. I'm going to be very honest. I do not want to criticize anybody when it comes to hairlines. As somebody who has a nice head of hair because of technology, I will say this: he looks like a grandma who is on her way out. I mean, he does. He has like strong old lady vibes.
He looks like a tenured. He looks like a tenured college professor. Like, he's locked in. He's speaking it. He's saying whatever he wants. He knows he's not going anywhere.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing. He feels safe when it comes to this, and that's the issue right there. You're right. It does taint some of those films, doesn't it? The racing movie with him and Will Ferrell, like all those Will Ferrell, like
Talladega
Nights.
Do you think that they would, specifically Will Ferrell, in Old School, it's him and Vince Vaughn, right? Vince Vaughn, he's a pretty conservative dude. Do you think that that movie would have been made if they knew that Vince Vaughn was fairly conservative maybe possibly not at all?
And also shame on Vince. Well, I can't say for sure, though I'm pretty positive. The problem with all of them is the only reason why now he's very conservative is because his career was over. And so now, again, it's always the same idea. Everyone on the right side typically are washed up or old or whatever and are not getting the same deals, and so they feel safe now because they've already been excluded out of it. But until then, boy, they're playing the Hollywood system. They're going along with it all the time. But no, of course they wouldn't.
Phew, that sucks. It's always the empathetic ones. It's always empathy. And yes, empathy is a what do they use? The dog whistle. They use the term dog whistle, a right-wing dog. Empathy is a left-wing dog whistle. I think that's the proper way to use that insane, stupid term over there.
Well, it's like that meme where it's like, here's a picture of a crying child. Now throw away all of your civilization for this. That's how it feels with all this stuff.
And bingo.
Right. Hit that subscribe button right here and watch another video right here.